Hello, beautiful and brave soul. Welcome to your transcendence. I am your fairy godmother, okay? I'm gonna help you transcend and get out of the mess that you're in. So I'm a channeler, and when I sat here, before I sat here, my high priestess is what your religion fears, is what came out. So I was like, okay, well, I was getting this insight that those that would come to this space and connect were the DNA that's in the veins. So your DNA is connected to the fays, the witches, the powers, the things that are activating inside of listen, reality isn't real anymore, okay? And things keep changing. So I'm gonna do my best because I was told to show up here at 1:11 by this group and I'm doing my job. So you are the high priestess. So you are the wild card. So when you are present, you are like this. So everything was designed to single you out. So I might have to stop my dog because she knows I'm recording. So she's about to be loud. So you were the way that you need to learn and go to school, everything, the way your brain processes, it doesn't make sense for the model that we're in, okay? So you went to school, okay? And as you got through and graduated, they crushed the part of you that believed you were normal. So it's like bullying and pressurizing tactics created an environment that led you to believe the external reality, okay? So there's something going on here where I'm connecting to a person. I haven't even touched a tarot card, but I'm gonna get there. So you are somebody, you were placed here by higher dimensionals. You were sent here, you understand this. There's some deep down you version that does understand. So there are those that have been after you, okay? So I know I'm kind of jumping in deep and heavy here, so let me get some cards out. Invisible Child kind of just like lingered there at the bottom. I'm gonna pause on the writing, but I've been deeply channeling a lot of different things lately, so I'm kind of just going with the flow rather than the structure and the order, because that's kind of what we're dismantling as a species, I kind of want to say, because we're also understanding our origins are like a lot of us have displayed psychic abilities, right? And it's kind of obvious that we have those. So it's like, how do we turn yours on? Okay, that's the goal here. Erica Badu. Why did I see how I turned that one upside down? Creativity, no, positivity. The Naga. So Macy Gray, yeah. So there's this energy to a group of beings that I feel a part of. We are the Fae, we are the pollinators, okay? We do beautiful things, we make things beautiful. We are the decorators, so there's cake decorators, there's home decorators, there's florist, hairstylist, let's go, barbers, those that beautify, makeup artists, everybody, okay? The artist, the creators. It's like school and everything, it was specifically designed for you to fail. Neurodivergent, see? Look, I just called it. neurodivergent, those that are different, the high priestesses, male or female, masculine, feminine, high priestess. You could be the priestess, but the energy is designed to be opposing religion. And this has nothing to do with, honestly, religion, but this system is religious. We are in a culture. We follow a cult. Ha! Tell me. I want you to tell me I'm not on it, because look what that says. We are in a cult, Lucifer. And it is what it is. Los Angeles, because now we're talking about the fallen angels, okay? Los Angeles. So there's a lot happening here, and I hope you are ready to just escalate, okay? Elevator. So that was also important. We were going up an elevator. So we have, okay, got it. We have went up a dimension, or so we are constantly jumping different timelines. So right now you're in a place where the timeline has shifted dramatically, and you're just kind of here, and you're like, okay, well, what do I do here? Well, you just play it cool. You act normal. You're in a new environment. Okay, but the environment is the surface. I'm taking you into the metaphysical understanding, so that way you can get through it to the other side without, I'm being drawn to these cards, without fallen angel, without falling back, right? Because you have ascended. There's an ascension that has literally put you in another dimension, and now you exist somewhere else. So nothing is real. It feels very crazy right now. And I'm just gonna see what comes out of this deck, because it was looking at me. Okay, so don't take it seriously. There's things you're taking very seriously that aren't very serious. Always partying came kind of like right there. And these 3 cards. Transformation, not upright, child services, and wealth. Not. I feel like there's people walking down a path, walking down a trail, walking down a path. Okay, pause. Just kind of getting a nudge, okay, to address this situation. Okay, see, you were shoved out of your reality. Okay, so you were going a direction. I'm seeing a little kid. You were a little kid, and things happened to where you were taken advantage of in some way. You were taken advantage of energy. And that's why you're supposed to go up against the structure and the order. There is a difference between knowing and understanding, and then we have dangerously in love. See, you knew something happened, but you needed to understand something that happened. And that took time for you to walk down. Okay, so you had to come to a certain age for your inner child to trust you. So, creeping, look at this creeping card. It's like your inner child was following you around like a shadow everywhere you went. And it isn't you per se. So it's like, oh yeah, tarot. I'm gonna get some tarot cards. I have been using animals to talk to children lately, so let's talk to your inner child and see what it's wanting to reveal. It came through an owl so far. So you have some wisdom. It needed to trust in your wisdom, so it watched you. It was kind of like always in the background. You just didn't notice it. And here you are, you're like trying new things, you're doing new things, you're new you. And it's like, have you forgotten about me? Remember, I want to come play and do all the things. It's not just about the destination. You're looking very forward, very forward. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 5. So this is my new space. If you've never been here, or if you've been here, I have been moving and life has been changing and I go with the flow. So I hope this is a good beginning for you, me, us all, with Ace of Swords coming in reverse, but with a hummingbird, the Hanged Man, okay. So I kind of don't really have a nice little setup yet, so I have stuff everywhere, but my cards are organized, so let me just move them. Okay, put them down here, 1, 2. Okay, so now we're with a bat, deep, it's very deep, okay? It's hidden in a cave. Caves are in the earth, you know? With the hummingbird and the Knight of Swords with a horse. So obviously about your freedom, do you know what you want to do? What does it feel like to be free? Are you free? Do you wake up and choose? What are you a slave to? Or what are you battling? What is your quarrel here? What are you, I am in love with you. Dangerously in love with knowing and understanding. Okay, so this is an awareness. Okay, you're getting a lot of information and data right now about the way that you interact with people or how you react situations because of this child struggle, the issue, blockage, forgot. It's a mother wound. I see a mother chicken with 2 babies. She's feeding her babies. She's feeding her babies. And then we have a goldfish. And then now we're to the message. So is there a message? Okay, what's the message? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the message? This brought abandonment and like I'm just seeing dismantling of relationships, friendships, group ships, like co-workers or siblings, friend groups. I'm just kind of seeing groups that are together and you're having to feel sad, grief, you know, it's sad. There's a deserted feeling, like feeling deserted from connection. Like you're almost foreign to it. You're like, what does that even feel like? I'm not quite sure if I've received messages of care in a very long time or what that. So you're kind of going through an emotional maturity because you're allowing yourself to transform and go inside deeply. And the hummingbird here, the hummingbird has a sword, but its beak is like a sword. And I saw 1515, but its beak is, it goes in and gets the nectar. I want to pull some astrological and numerological. I want a number and I want something from astrology on the table. Thank you. Appreciate you. Cancer. There's the mother. It's exactly perfect. The mother. If I didn't say that, I thought it earlier. The mother, Lucifer, the light. Dangerously in love, fallen angel. We got Virgo. Talk about mother. That's a lot of mother energy. So that's also Mercury and the moon. Communication due to mother. Okay. There's something going on with mom here. There's something. I got number 2. This is about intimacy. I don't know how, I'm just saying this is like not understanding how to connect intimately. What does that look like? Hive mind. Okay, what was I seeing over there? Beyonce, that's what it was. I am a valuable piece of art. Hive mind. Trying to fit in. Okay, this is about your value. And there's something your inner child wants you to know, that when you walk into a space, it's like you look like a child. You act like a child. Or you behave in a way that displays vulnerability and purity, gentleness, I don't know, like deers, gentle, kind, soft, okay? And that part of you is, there's even like mockery, there's kind of outcasted feeling energy, because the structure and the order has designed it to where we look, child orphan, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Child orphan. It's exactly, I don't know how this came out the frame, but it's child orphan. That's perfect. Because there's this mother energy that's not allowing you to grow. And it leaves you feeling alone, deserted, hive mind. How come I can't be like the hive? You really can't fit into the hive. There's something about you. There's that complexity, because I was talking about the fairy, the fae, and the witches and the elves, alchemists, right? Because there's been this devised plan that has shrunken you, friend. It's turned you into a bot-ish like being. It has turned your being into something about the hive. Yeah, you need an exorcist. And I don't mean that in a way of like scary. That's a movie. That's storytelling. Yes, exorcisms are important, and being possessed and housing spirits, very real. But there's something about your soul that doesn't. So this is like, these turbulations and challenges that you've endured, it's been a design to allow you to become an exorcist. Like, I'm seeing the movie with, I can't remember, but she's like a psychic, and her husband and her go around and talk to dead people or something. I don't know. It's Conjuring. In The Conjuring, it's like that. You know, seers and mystics, those that are sensitive, empathic, telepathic, you know, actively using telepathy, you know. I think that's so underrated, so underrated. Okay, you're somebody, and you may feel very awkward because you communicate weird, like something's different here. It just doesn't quite fit the mold. So I'm like seeing different animals and humans. Animals respond to particular human behavior in very different ways. So the obnoxious human that disrespects the animal absolutely gets the negative side of that animal. I guess I didn't realize she was there. And then the person who becomes a part of the lion tribe and or gets really involved in the hierarchy or whatever, the respect of the animal's culture, that's the one that gets received very well. So it's okay to be different. There's something about you that's very different, and you're being inspired and reminded that what's different about you makes you very beautiful, very vibrant. So much so that you're destined. And I mean that because there's the exorcist with the child orphaned, and it's just kind of like you didn't go through hard stuff to not turn that fuel, that rage, that anger, that numbness, that aggression, that, you know, that just fire. You have fire inside of you burning, okay? And that's a gift, because not everyone has a fire burning inside of them where they feel they must and they're compelled to act on that fire. Something about you, you are destined to activate that. And here's a mediator at the bottom, because you are a bridge between worlds where we see religious, cultural, doctrine, squares, computers, robots. And I'm just seeing like tech, right? We see that. But we also have to see nature, natural, organic. And I wanted to be very clear, when we understand the art, you are art, everything is art. So when you get in your car and you drive down the road and it's pouring rain, or I don't know, some inconvenience of nature happens, it's like when you don't see the art in the raindrops or the wind, the snow, it doesn't matter what season it is, the leaves changing or blooming. All of those subtle things, the clouds, I love the clouds. It's like all of that needs acknowledgement. It's all alive and active and beautiful every day. I don't know why I went on that tangent. There was something to that. So you're different. You're trying to show them something. Okay, so there's the exorcist. There's this energy here where the high priestess, you, the character, because we're literally acting. This is a play. It's hard to take it seriously anymore. But there's this version of you that you're activating that you need to understand it like this, because there's nature where you go down and you just witness a masterpiece just by waking up and breathing air. And then there's this exact simulation version of it when you put on goggles and you call it a virtual reality. But the thing is, you sign yourself up for a sterile, controlled life of slavery when you enter into the reality where squares and boxes and fear and all that takes over. But when you jump into the unknown, the part of you that's like, I used to want to, I don't have time for these things about your life that you love and enjoy. If they're valuable to you, they are a priority. So that's about yourself too. Like, if you value yourself, you become priority. And if there's some level of, I heard disgrace, inner child version of you that's just very terrified to come forward, we have to understand why. Like, what is this wound that I could simply heal if I would think about it and ponder and write things down or sit with it for a second. I'm seeing the matrix over there. The codes are really just clear right now. It's another reason it's been very hard for me to get on the internet because I'm very, very in the void right now, okay? We have August with the full moon there. August. I'm recording this in June. We have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. It's like, it may be very, very challenging, or maybe there's only one way to get to this place that will allow you to relax and feel peace. There's only a very small sliver for you to get into, to access. And then I'm also getting, you've just been very enmeshed in the matrix world where we just do so much robotic stuff that it makes you want to pull out your hair and just like shave your head and, you know, just stop participating entirely, because it's like a perpetuating, it's just torture, it's hell, it's Lucifer. It's the opposite of the light. It is pure darkness to feel that detached from the moment, from the present, from the gift, from yourself, from what's around you, the beautiful earth that we don't need to put a mediator between us and it, because it is constantly providing to us. It is of it loves us. I don't know a better word, but there's a bit of remember where you started. Where did you come from? There's a source energy here where it's like your inner child feels safe to have this conversation with you, to say, hey, like, I've been trying to get you to see this for 10 years or something, you know? It's like, I've been too scared to approach you because I've been rejected by you 79 times and whatever, lots and lots of reasons, right? But you're available to take the steps right now. And it's important that you step into your gifts, which are to mediate in some way between realms. You're designed, all this heartache, scars, pain, suffering in general, it's not a superficial wound. Things are not superficial. You just were in that dimension for a while, and now that you're in the dimension of there's more acceptance and peace and flow, you're going to be able to lean into the other realms and go in between. So it's like, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going on a ride and it's going to be bumpy. But listen, life is that. It is meant to be this way, and you are right where you're supposed to be. So that's what I have. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I would like to say a few things. I have a website. If you'd like to book a reading, go on Amazon, check out my book, Scorpio Diaries. I lost my mind to find it. A journey I took, wrote it down, trauma, my story. It is very healing and soulful, okay? Raw and real about my life and my healing. So if you are interested in that, check it out. Everything is linked down below. Leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. This is my new space. I've been moving, so I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.